governments across Europe are slashing their budgets to save their economies and the euro. And to discuss how they're getting on, I'm joined from Singapore by Greg Gibbs, FX strategist at Royal Bank of Scotland. Greg, good morning. Thanks very much for joining us.
Good morning.
Greg, I'm looking at your latest bit of research. It's pretty gloomy stuff. I mean, you mentioned the issues that are weighing on your mind: debt levels, depressed real estate markets, possibilities of deflation, regulation, rising FX reserves in Asia, property bubbles possibly forming in Asia, terrorism. I mean, it's endless. It's almost enough to make one want to throw in the towel today.
Well, I'm one of the relative optimists at RBS, sometimes I find. I think you did highlight a lot of the things which I mentioned are weighing on our minds, and certainly it is an environment where we are probably going through a great deal of uncertainty, and risk appetite is going to be in trouble. But, you know, I'm not giving up on markets. I still think markets will work. I think we will muddle through over the next few years. And there will be some winners and losers. But, you know, there's certainly a case that some people are making that we are heading into another financial calamity. I mean,
looking at the European problem by itself, Greg, you know, we had Fitch talk about the UK yesterday and the challenges it faces. It just seems on a daily basis where we're going further and further down this sort of dark hole in this sovereign debt crisis. I mean, do you see any light at the end of this tunnel?
Well, I mean, certainly there's a very strong consensus that the problems in Europe have a long way to go, and there's a lot to unfold. And there's a very strong consensus that it's very negative. The outcome will be poor for the euro, and there's a risk of default, and there is a risk that it has wider implications. Where there is potentially light at the end of the tunnel, or some hope out there, really, is that the big emerging economies in Asia, for instance, you know, still have capacity, if they need to increase fiscal spending. They still have capacity to ease monetary policy if they have to. And I think those countries will be forced to look more internally for demand, and they will see that as more imperative. And that will be I guess the one saving grace in the global economy. So, you know, you can still look for some optimism in the big emerging Asian economies, and they will offer some hope for the global economy as well.
In 30 seconds, Greg, which currency, you know, should we be in right now amidst all these worries and fears?
Well, I think the clearest trade in the market at the moment is just short euro and long US dollars. That's the easiest trade you must have as a core position in any fund manager's or any trader's position at the moment.
Greg, good stuff. Speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Greg Gibbs there, FX strategist at RBS.